Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast. Here we go. It's Saturday, January 27th, coming off a 2-1 night in our video picks. We were 1-1 on our private picks, but at the end of the day, we came out on top. Now, the one team that cost us cash-in from all of the video picks was the Toronto Raptors, and shame on me for crying out loud. I want to pick up where I left off yesterday with some of these outrageous salaries. Are you ready for this, guys? Kyle Lowry. Philadelphia boy, but this kid probably couldn't start in any other team in the NBA. You ready for this? He was last night 2 for 14. He shot 14%. All right. Here's his last 6 games. 3 for 16. He shot 18% one game. Then he went 5 for 14, had a pretty decent night, shot 35%. Then he got lucky as hell and shot 8 for 16, 50%. And then he had probably the best game he'll ever have in his career, never top it again. He shot 14 for 25 for 56%. But then in the 5th game, 3 for 10, 30%, 2 for 14, 14%. Total inconsistency. All right. When you got players like that, your team is in trouble. You ready? This kid makes $146,000 and $341,000 every time his feet touch the floor. That's his average per game shooting at that rate. I mean, the kid's whole career, he's 14 points per game is what he averages his entire career. Now, he's got incentives this year that can get him even more money. He's got $200,000 if he makes the All-Star game. That ain't happening. He makes $200,000 extra for the All-Defensive team. Nope. And then he makes $200,000 extra for the conference finals. We all know that ain't happening with that team this year. Well, if they got lucky somewhere along the way. And then he would make $200,000 more if they get to the championship. Well, that ain't happening. Toronto ain't never been to a championship, probably never will in the NBA. Not at least until they get rid of that high school coach they got, Dwayne Casey. Nothing personal, but again, a team that settles for mediocrity continually, year in, year out. Mediocre, that's okay. For the fans, I'm frustrated for you because that is one absolute mess, that team, the Toronto Raptors. But shame on me for picking them, and I'm just letting out my frustration. Sometimes you got to do it. But when I look at these stats for these guys that are making all of this money for no production, I'm talking 14 points per game. The kid averages 38% shooting his career, and he's making that kind of money? Holy cow, we're in the wrong business. All right, guys, let's get into it because we're going to bounce back. Well, we don't need to bounce back. We're going to come back strong today, and we're going to aim for a sweep. All right, I've got 2 college games and 1 NBA. Let's get into the college, and they're both later games, so you'll be okay. Got plenty of time. Oklahoma State is playing at Arkansas. All right, Oklahoma State had that big win versus Oklahoma, number 11 in the country. All right, but then they didn't follow up. They got pounded by Arkansas straight up, and they're telling you guys right now, you're going to see Oklahoma State as an underdog tonight get it done. Arkansas is 500 in SEC play. All right, they squeezed out a 3-point win versus Georgia the last time out, but they do have a dynamic duo, these seniors, and it's Barford and Macon. They average 35 a game. Now, that is something that Oklahoma State's going to have to look at, but I think Oklahoma State's going to run and gun today. You're giving them 6.5. We're pulling the trigger, baby, with the underdog, Oklahoma State, on the full game, plus 6.5. All right, then let's go down to Butler. Here's the team lost 3 straight after that big win against Villanova. Now they're getting back on track. They've won 2 out of 3. They're at home against St. John's. St. John's is still, of course, playing without its second leading scorer, Marcus Levette. He's got that knee injury, and he has not been, it's not been healing properly, so who knows how long he's going to be out. There's a lot of pressure on Shamori Pons. He's the one that has been left to pick up the slack, and he has not been consistent. I like this game in the first half. I think Butler establishes the pace. All right, they come out early and build a solid lead and then try to hang on to it. We're pulling the trigger, baby, with Butler on the first half, minus 4.5. And then we're going to go down. Our last game is in the NBA. We got Golden State, all right, at home against Boston, baby. Durant and Green are probable. I think they're going to roll this team. This is revenge from a November loss. I think Klay Thompson's really going to have a big game. Boston, You're wearing out your main man, and as long as Al Horford's in there, Mr. Inconsistent, as long as Horford's in there, I don't see anything he's going to do underneath to hurt this team. All right, Marcus Smart is out. It's going to put a hell of a lot of pressure on Kyrie Irving, as usual. He can handle his own. He will definitely handle his end of it, but Golden State, too talented, too deep. It's getting near All-Star break. This team's starting to have fun. We're going to pull the trigger, baby, with Golden State on the full game, -9.5. I think they put it on Boston pretty hard tonight. All right, guys, let's recap the picks. And you know what? For the Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors fans, it's nothing personal, guys. God darn, it's just frustrating. I mean, seriously, 39%, the kid shoots 2 for 14. And after that game last night, 2 for 14 he shot. They handed him, what was it? Let me check again. $146,341 for shooting 2 for 14. I guarantee I could shoot better than that one game. Holy cow. All right, but anyway, guys, just some little bit of frustration. Throw it on my shoulders. I can take it. Sometimes you just got to let it out like that. You got to vent. And if not, you hold that shit in and it affects your next bet. But let's recap. I feel a strong day coming on today, and I love it. Again, we're going to go with Butler on the first half. College basketball -4.5. We're taking Oklahoma State Cowboys on the full game, okay, +6.5. And we're going to wrap it up with another full gamer. Golden State getting the best of them Boston Celtics. Full game at home, -9.5. I like our shot tonight. I like our chances, and I think we're going to get it done tonight, guys. Tomorrow, oh boy, there's one sticking its head out. Just wait until you tune in for that one. And also going to have some hockey picks starting at the end of next week. They're at All-Star break right now. They're all getting some rest. A lot of teams come out early after that All-Star edge, and I'm telling you, we're going to pick them, and we're going to knock it out of the park. And we're going to cash those tickets. All right, guys, have a great weekend. I hope everything is going well. I hope you're staying within your means. And please, trust the process. Stick to your plan. Don't get in over your heads. Don't start chasing, and don't start opening up 900 accounts trying to balance this one against that one. All right? Handle this like a business. Stick to it like a business, and you can come out on top. But in the meantime, make sure you're paying it forward, spending quality time this weekend with your family. We're getting ready to go to head to a family picnic for the afternoon. Big Park. We're going to have a great time, and I'm looking forward to that. Got to keep that balance in our life, guys. It is everything. But in the meantime, also, bet responsible, beat your bookie, and build that bank back up, because we're starting to get it done with Brenner. And do not forget that Brenner Blast is coming to you, baby. College basketball and NBA style.